Chapter 7, Strange Kingdom. The master farmer's name was Gunnar. He lived outside of the kingdom's walls. Gunnar was getting overtaxed by the king. His village was out of the king's protection, but he had his own sentries to guard his farm. The king was annoyed, but he needed Gunnar's help. Somehow the farmer knew how to double the yield the serfs managed. He wouldn't give up his secrets though. King Leo offered Gunnar a lordship to help the primitive squareheads. How to farm for themselves, to teach the hunter-gatherers how to farm crops and keep livestock, including dairy cows. The farmer did not care about the lordship. He was an eccentric man. He was 50 years old, bald, short, stocky, and a pony beard. He was up to the challenge. He liked to do difficult tasks, but he took the lordship anyway, of course. He was not married and knew a lordship would help him with the maidens. He walked into King Leo's throne room. King Leo looked at Gunnar with his intense blue eyes under bushy dark brows. "I don't want to quit on you, but I am thinking about it, sire," the farmer said, shrugging. "It seems hopeless at this point. There's a young lad who wants to learn, but the majority of the adults and teens have no desire to learn. The boy's name is Horsa, but he is only 12, so I don't think it matters much." King Leo looked perplexed, and the Queen Isabella gave him a "I told you so" look. "I taught the lad beekeeping. He quite enjoys it," Gunnar said. "I hope you know they are popping out babies like rabbits. Every yurt has a crying newborn baby. That's all they do is drink ale and make kids. I was also very irked when they butcher and ate the dairy cow." Leo gave him a look of annoyance and rolled his eye. Isabella held his hand. "I was too late. The squareheads already cut the cow's throat. I yelled at them and they did not like that. It is so hard. I want them to succeed. I was teaching the chief and his brother how to plow the earth. After I scolded him for not listening to me, he told me he was not a farmer. So what the hell am I doing there? Do I supposed to do all the work for them? No, but I don't know what to do. Should I talk to them? We don't have enough food to feed everyone. The serfs are plotting an uprising," Leo said. "They are?" Gunnar asked. "I have ears." "I have little birdies," Leo explained. Gunnar grew nervous. He knew he could do a lot by himself, if even he had a little help from 1 or 2 squareheads. They were great hunters, but they couldn't grasp farming. They couldn't think that far ahead or wait that long to reap the benefits. Gunnar could not believe the chief and his brother were so dismissive of his help. He did not want to piss them off. They were big and muscular with long red braids. They had slanted foreheads and heavy brow ridges. They had prognathism, which is a characterization of hunter-gatherers. Farming societies had flat mouths and big chins. Gunnar believed farming changed the way people think and see the future. Farming forced men to think ahead. Hunters have the advantage to only think in the present. He had little faith in their ability. He grew fond of the lad, Horsa. He was a funny little guy, but he wasn't little. He was taller than the farmer at only 12. He learned how to beekeep and took pride in the hive he gave him. The other boys grew jealous. Gunnar was highly annoyed the squareheads were having so many kids. The kingdom already had way too many mouths to feed. A couple days later, Gunnar saw Horsa in his farm. It surprised him, and he wondered how he got there. Horsa was looking at a beehive. Then the farmer noticed more primives walking about. He wondered how they got past his guards, and he saw an armored soldier laying on his face in a puddle of blood. The squareheads grabbed Gunnar and tied him up with twine. "What is this?" Gunnar asked Horsa, who looked sad for a second, smiled, and said, "You're a hostage for the king. He needs you. He will pay good. He won't pay. He hates me," he lied. They walked him across the birch forest to the palisades of the village. 2 guards with spears flanked the opening. They put him into a yurt with nothing but water to drink. The princess entered the yurt. "Hello, farmer." I apologize for the inconvenience, but we need to trade you for our prisoner the king is holding. No harm will come to you. Why are you helping them? He asked. My great-great-grandfather banished them to the valley. They were here first. We should give the land back, she said. That was 100 years ago, and your ancestor won the battle. Battles have consequences. Do you think if they won the battle, they would be as nice as us? We kicked them aside and made them move to the worst land around. That's why they got flooded. Even my father feels bad. That's why he's helping, she said. Yes, he is helping, and he does not have to.